Hey everybody, it's Wolvash. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. Alright, we left off. We're skulking around the asylum. We're looking for keys and wheels and ways and means of causing distractions. And we're doing a very so-so job at the moment. Ooh, can I get into this? What is this? Is this just a shortcut? It is. It's the shortcut into the room that we got in earlier. Okay. We've turned on the power to the green, blue, and... What, did we do it to the blue? Maybe not the blue. To the green and the yellow at least. We're working on the red. We snuck out of here earlier. I don't know that we want to be back in here. We found a valve. That should do something for us. We're back into this room, so we don't want to be here. So everything we need is around here somewhere. We're looking for the guard's room. There's another one we have a key for.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not sleep.
That's our yellow. That's our yellow switch that we threw. It's going the other way. We'll turn around here. This takes me just behind that area again. Okay. So that didn't really solve anything. We should be okay to walk here for a minute. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm sure you heard that. I'm sure my whole house heard that. Yeah, come thump that guy one, because I did not ask for that.
Come on, show yourself.
Yeah, grab him like you grabbed me, jerkface.
I saw something over there.
You didn't see anything. You just came running because you heard a sound. Which is more credit than I gave you, to be honest. Okay, you turn down that way. So we got a key to the guard's room. I got the suspicion I'm just gonna have to try and sneak like right in front of this dude. Nope. Nope, that woke him up. But is he doing anything about it? Nope, he's just being asleep. So my way around there is back through the kitchen. Glad they all have very short attention spans. What is in there? Maybe that's not where I want to be. I've got another set of keys, but what do they go to exactly?
Where do they keep their sleeping pills?
Okay, we're gonna hide and start freaking out a minute. I love the representation of the claustrophobia. Like, it feels like the whole cabinet's like literally pinching and closing in on us. Go away, homie. I feel like you're still standing there. That looks like a lot of light.
Scopolamine F. There's no such thing.
They've created derivatives of all common
Yeah, we've talked about that. Small bottle of sleeping pills.
My new friend's sleeping pills.
All right, that's good. That's good. I don't know what that's going to do for me yet. It should pull that one guy away from the... where he's standing, you know? Hey, bud. Got something for you.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Scream your heart out,
Don't
baby.
you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away!
Gonna hope he called that guy. Which he did.
What carnage.
Whoa, frickin' A. Let's not have any more of that nonsense right now. These people are disemboweled. Dude, we're in this, like, slaughterhouse and there's not one point of interest you have? Seriously? This is all normal gravy to you?
All the levers are activated.
Okay. I do have the one wheel. I wonder if the one wheel is enough to get me everywhere I need to go. Probably don't want to be stomping around. Nope, 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 nope. My inability to run is shocking and disturbing when I feel somebody swinging up on my rear end like that. Okay. Where were those nozzles? That's going to be a thing I'm kicking myself for in a minute. But we're going to throw this switch and see what happens.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
It said hide. I'm wondering if it meant just go somewhere else, though, because... Yeah, I'm thinking I just screwed the pooch on that one. Because they're just looking at it. Let's get out of here. Maybe this just keeps them here. Maybe that's just 2 more guards I don't deal with. Oh, he's still here, though. But now I just have to escape the asylum. Isn't it that easy? Can I just walk out the front door now? I think I can. This is not the front door. Oh, this is, what's his face? Francis.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You need treatment. Ah, but I'm not good enough medically. What did they do to you?
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
It was Sarah Hawkins who invoked this curse?
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation.
Trying to send something back?
But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
The Shambler?
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. What is this?
No!
Sanders!
Whoa!
What the hell?
Oh! It snapped his leg. Is he gonna shove his head in that thing?
I gotta...
Whoa.
This
Okay.
is insane. What killed him?
Look at the blood everywhere from that. So now we've got, obviously, the titular Cthulhu, which may or may not actually play into the story. I'm not sure. We've got mention of the Leviathan, which I am assuming is the thing that the whalers caught. Now we've got the Shambler, who is, I am again assuming, what just killed Sanders. Now, are these three different entities? Are these three different names for the same entity? How is this going to play out? Also, we didn't miss... I think we just gotta get through it. Nope. We never turned the gas off.
Damn!
Is that going to be what the problem we face
gas.
here?
Oh. My head.
Uh-oh.
Later. We need to move on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think by not doing the gas, I might have pushed things in a different direction. Because we didn't necessarily escape. Okay, Chapter 6, Hawkins Mansion. Pierce woke up in an asylum, installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. Oh, of course. That place is great. Oh, tentacles in the sleep. Ooh, what is that eye? That's creepy.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Okay, we are in crazy land. Let's check some things out real quick. All right. First off, Pierce. We have some CP. Let's up our investigation skills. Boom, maxed out. We should be able to deal with any locks that come our way. We are a master investigator. We'll start focusing on our psychology and hidden spot stuff next. Yeah. Okay, Sanity. Do you want to quit without validating? No. We want to validate. Me and my forgetfulness in regards to validation. Sanity. Macabre discovery. Searching through the cellars of the Riverside Institute, Pierce entered a room that he first took for a morgue, but the advanced state of decay of the corpses that lay about the place quickly made him realize he was wrong. Nothing could justify the presence of such a charnel house in a hospital. The putrid smell and the total absence of respect for human life, as witnessed by this room, profoundly shocked Pierce, costing him some of his sanity. Let's see. I don't think we ever read this as a main thing. Sanity is the ordeals you've gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best you can to keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the path of insanity. Oh, that's so cool. The death of Francis Sanders. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds and the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce began to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmare that haunts him. Okay. Francis Sanders, deceased, age 47, occupation art dealer. Francis Sanders knew Sarah Hawkins so well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gouged his eyes out with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins. He died before my eyes in circumstances that I cannot explain. Sellers of the Riverdale. Yeah, Archie and Jughead in the gang. Sellers of the Riverside Institute. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred into the cellars of the Institute, a sort of clandestine asylum where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing, to say the least. I just managed to escape from this place. I might not have as much luck another time. Okay. Clues. The record, the police badge, the internment of Francis, and the record of internment of Sarah. And we are in chapter 6 in our inventory. Same old, same old. Okay. Interesting. So Sarah...
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
She was trying to invoke something, some kind of ritual to send whatever this thing is back, which Charles is most likely the one that asked it to come here.
How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Okay. I want to talk to you first. You should be dead.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
What are you looking at,
Bradley?
Pierce?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
I There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Oh, we don't know enough about occultism yet to do that. Let's talk to Bradley first.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
Something was buried.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Let's talk about you and Dr. Colden.
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
Marie's
the
a doctor.
chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Okay. I found this.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
No, I want to talk about the tunnel. We'll come back to you. Let's talk about what they had me endure.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
It's a good question.
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
Somebody's
You
doing
should
it.
believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Let's talk to you for a minute before I say that I'm onto something, because you might lead to more insight. I saw
Dr.
dead
Fuller
bodies.
seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange
Tons of
machines,
bodies.
chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Did Fuller found Riverside?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
2 families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Sounds like America.
And as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Did you know that Sarah Hawkins was committed?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Well, they were kind of connected. That's all we got to say from that? Okay. Well, I think I might be onto something then.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what.
Whoa, what happened to your skirt?
But something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Jeez Louise. I mean, she needs to know that he's dead. We don't gotta get into the details of what happened, but she does need to know that he's not alive anymore.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Well, that's
Better
everybody here.
madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Okay, you don't become a crazy fish person. Can I talk to you, please?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Okay.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
You have no idea. Okay, well. Let's get out of here then. Alright, Chapter 6, Sanders' Residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow, Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. We got, this is going to be his house, this museum. This will be cool. I bet we find some interesting artifacts to learn about the occult.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
Oh, she already knows.
That is precisely...
Whoa, is that Kat? What's she doing
Well,
here?
well, look who's here.
Is Kat a Sanders?
you know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The
Do we
brave detective has a
still?
talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss
Interesting.
Baker.
Baker, Cat Baker.
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Oh, I can't. It's so gross. Wait till you hear what happened. Oh, we're gonna have a just
May I
fireside
inquire
chat.
as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
When I was committed.
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died.
Well, I was,
How was he?
sneaking around at the time.
Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Wow, you know that too? Don't feel guilty.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Ooh, to test the eloquence. I'm just gonna say it. The culprit is Fuller.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
What a weird way to say that,
Churl
Pierce.
no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
I'll do my best. Let's talk a little bit before I do this. I'm scared of your reaction shutting the conversation down.
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
How do you know Sarah Hawkins?
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
Oh, we're going to have to see that. Did he ever talk to you about something called the Shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
Oh, I do.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Yeah. I get to snoop around your house. Okay. Let's do a little catching up on our logs. Pierce, we are good for now. We got something on Dr. Fuller, age 52, Riverside senior physician. Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. I don't know what he has done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear that he knows more about all this business than he's willing to tell. Who do we have this deceased? Sarah, Simon, Francis, and now we're talking about Irene. Age 41, it's clear that she holds Sarah Hawkins responsible for the death of her husband, but what I don't understand about Irene Sanders is this mix of sadness and insensitivity. It looks like she had given up on her husband long before his horrid death in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Okay. And that's going to be... What are we missing? Knowledge. Oh, just that we found more medical knowledge and stuff. Actually, that's under occult knowledge? Yes, because it said that the Virgin didn't look right. Okay. All right. Well, we will pick up here next time, guys, and start exploring this mansion and see, hopefully, a very cool gallery and find out what the Shambler is. Maybe it'll give us some insight onto its relation to the titular Cthulhu. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope that you come back for the next one. But until I see you again, take care.